Hello everyone, and let's talk briefly about The Night Swim by Megan Goldin. Simple read. I think this is like my favorite writing style, what is very much to the point. I do like the floral writing to a point. It can get overdone, but this one did not have any floral writing. It was very much, yes, there were descriptions, but it was very much to the point. That's my preference, personal preference. This book has intimidated me like no other, for me personally. It's been sitting on my shelf since I got this. This was the August 2020 selection for Once Upon a Book Club, but for Book of the Month is what it was. And it's intimidated me. I heard a lot of people talk about it and love it, and it was very much overhyped or very much hyped up at that time. And sometimes the more the book is hyped, if I read it during all the hype, I can be disappointed in it. So I'm glad I held off, but the hypeness of it intimidated me. But I'm glad I finally got to it. So this is actually going to be a series. I don't know if it's only going to be a duology or not, but this is book number 1, and the series is called Rachel Crawl. Now, this was published again in 2020, and this one we're following 2 points POVs. One is Rachel, and it is told in third person. Rachel runs a podcast, and it is a true crime podcast. She is currently working on season 3 and decides to go along while there's this case in a town in North Carolina where she was 15 at the time, she's 16 now, states that she was raped by this guy from the town who was 18 at the time and is now 19. And so he is on trial for sexual assault and for rape, and so it's a he said, she said battle in the courtroom. This is an adult mystery thriller. There is an audiobook available for this. However, I did not count it as available because it is not available in the United States. So I could not access the audiobook. I do believe it was just shy of 10 hours when I looked at it on standard one-time speed, but not available in the US when I read this at the end of March. The other POV we're following is Hannah, and her perspective is told in first person. I did find that interesting. Hannah is a listener of Rachel's podcast and reaches out to Rachel for help to kind of solve her sister's death. Hannah states that her sister was murdered, although it was put down as a drowning. So Rachel is following these notes that Hannah has left, and then you're getting excerpts from the podcast that she runs that is talking about like current time during this trial, what it means for a rape victim, what they go through with the rape kit and reporting, and how it's all he said, she said, and how all of this. So think kind of like the Me Too movement, and a lot of people went so far as to believe all women, but yet there are women that lie and will regret having sex, or even though it was consensual at the time, and so because they regret it, they'll turn around and say it was rape, or they have a financial motive to lie, even though there may not have been any sexual contact or anything. There are people out there like that. So there's a lot of discussion as far as, do we really believe every woman that claims rape? And how, with being dragged and through the media and everything, how a lot of rape victims don't come forward because of the turmoil that they know they're going to be facing and the ridicule and things like that. So a lot of talk and commentary on that. So yeah, that's basically what this is. She is following this trial and things like that. There was a twist in this that I was not expecting. There was one person that I was expecting to be a murderer in this, and it turns out I was wrong on who my guess was. So this was definitely entertaining. So that's what it is. She's following this rape trial while she also investigates these notes from Hannah, who talks about her sister's death, again where it was put down as a drowning, but she says it was a murder. So yeah, that's what this is. So content warning, you have death of a sister, you also have death of a mother, you have cancer talked about. Where this is rape, rape is depicted and described on page, okay? Where this is like the trial of a rape. You have talk of drinks being spiked. You have mentions of underage drinking. You have alcohol and drug use mentioned in a way to cope with tragedy, so as a coping mechanism. You have corrupt law enforcement. You have child abuse. You have talk of raping a child who is like younger than 13. And you have suicide talked about. Okay, so now that we have the content and trigger warnings out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the word counts in case you're still on the fence. We have hell 10 times. Damn it once. Damn once. The word God 3 times, not in a religious sense. Oh, and as far as any sort of representation, you do have foster care and adoption brought up. So it doesn't go into depth, but it is mentioned and referenced a good amount of times. The phrase sexual assault comes up 35 times. God damn it once. Whore twice. Slutty twice. Son of a bitch twice. Bitch twice. Shit twice. Breasts 4. Pussy once. Castrate twice. Sexual battery twice. Ass once. Lay once. Bang twice. Smartass once. Schizophrenic once. Now this one is used as far as someone is talking about, for example, like a rape kit, and how they refer to it being similar to a schizophrenic. That's how it is used. I did not like how it was used, but it is in there. And it's used as far as how confusing it can be and how all over the place. They didn't need to use the word schizophrenic in it. I didn't feel like that was justifiable in that, but it is in there. Moving on, we have penetrated twice. Semen 3 times. Pubic hairs 3 times, and these are used in reference to like the rape trial and the rape kit. Genitals 5 times. Slut 7. Grope or groping 3 times. Vaginal twice. Labia once. Fuck once. Grind once. Ejaculate once. The term goddamn once. Godlike once. Damning once. The word suicide once. And the word that comes up the most, as you can guess because of the content and following the rape trial, comes up 155 times. So it does come up a lot. Now this rape trial is very divisive. A lot of people are like, believe all women no matter what. And some people are like, well, what about those that lie? And so you're kind of looking into the character of things, of both her, the rape victim in this, and the rapist. So I just marked the word rape. It could be raped, rape, or rapist type of a thing that comes up quite a bit. So it was all in one of those contexts. And so it talks about, do we really want to ruin this guy's reputation? And, you know, a lot of talk about that as well. So it was very interesting to see, nonetheless, kind of how people will assume certain things without any context and without any evidence and things like that. So yeah, very interesting, but I can see how this will be a very difficult read. So if the topic of rape is bothering to you in any way, definitely avoid this book. So let me know your thoughts. I know Megan has other books that are out. I do have one, The Escape Room or something like that, which I want to get to soon, but we'll see. And again, this is book number 1 in a series. I don't know if it's going to be a duology or longer. I'm not sure yet. So, but we'll see kind of what develops. Let me know, have you read this or anything else written by Megan Goldin? I'm trying to combine 2 words. Is this something that you're going to pick up, or is this not for you? Let me know. If you have read this and you think there's a book similar to this that you think I might like, let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.